Today's lesson is topic writing, how to introduce your favorites. Hi, everybody. I'm Roger.
And I'm Hanny.
And it's our topic writing unit for the month of August. In fact, it's the last day of August. We're just going to sneak this in on you to get it into the last part of August here. And, of course, here we're talking about how to introduce your favorites. And we're talking specifically about the food in Taiwan. And maybe you're going to introduce your favorite kinds of food to foreign visitors who've never experienced Taiwanese cuisine before.
好，我们这个月的主题是写作，是关于 How to introduce your favorites， 如何介绍你最爱的东西。我们要来练习撰写叙述文，然后要介绍自己最爱的台湾美食。那台湾是被称为美食王国嘛，有各式各样便宜又美味的小吃。我们就看到其实还蛮多外国的 YouTuber 他们来台湾，然后会特别介绍各种美食啊，去逛夜市等等。那我们今天就要来写一篇文章，向外国友人分享你觉得值得品尝的食物，那希望能让他们来体验台湾美食。我们现在就来开始练习写作吧。好，那现在如果你有机会要向外国友人介绍台湾美食，你会选择哪些食物呢？下笔之前，我们就可以想想看你自己最想推荐外国友人哪些台湾美食。我想问 Roger 老师有没有最喜欢什么台湾美食？
Well, I know what I don't like. I don't like stinky tofu, but I pretty much like everything else. And I especially like the fruit here. I like mangoes and guava and things like that. That stuff is very, very tasty.
哦，确实 stinky tofu 这可能很看个人的口味。It's an acquired taste, right?
It certainly is, and I've given it a try several times, but I just can't like it.
All right, 那老师也提到水果，我觉得台湾水果真的非常好吃，又香又甜，就是很值得推荐外国友人。好，那除了这些，还有我们常听到像 bubble tea 珍珠奶茶、beef noodles 牛肉面啊，或者是什么卤肉饭啊，我们可以说 braised pork rice 像这样子，或是 oyster omelette。蚵仔煎之类的。好，那你就想想看，然后我们可以先做一点小笔记，想想看你要介绍什么，然后我们再进入我们的文章，可以分成两段。第一段就是介绍台湾饮食的特别之处，以及介绍有哪些知名的美食小吃。那么第二段呢，我们要说明你会推荐什么食物给外国友人，然后介绍这些食物特色，还有你选择这些食物来介绍给友人的这种原因。好，那我们现在就要进入第一段的练习写作，我们就先来看看课文范例它怎么说。
And here's the first part. It says, Taiwan is famous for its unique cuisine, which features a wide variety of delicious snacks and traditional dishes. So this, of course, is introducing us to the topic. When the reader sees this, the reader will know exactly what we're going to be talking about. We're talking about the unique cuisine in Taiwan, and we're also going to be talking about the snacks and then the traditional dishes. Of course, if you go to a night market, you'll have the opportunity to have lots of different kinds of snacks. But if you go to a restaurant or someone's home, then you can try some more traditional dishes.
好，那我们现在一开始第一段最开头呢，我们要来简介台湾饮食的特别之处。它有点像引言，但也是可以第一句马上就让人家知道你这篇文章是关于什么。所以像我们课文范例，它就提到说，台湾以其独特的美食闻名，以各式各样的美味小吃和传统菜肴为特色。好，那我们除了用 be famous for 去表达以什么而闻名，你也可以用 be famed for, be renowned for, be well known for 等等，或者是呢，你也可以用像 be known far and wide for 点点点，我们加入 far and wide 去表达那种四处啊、四面八方，那其实就可以表达出远近驰名的语义哦。那我们现在看看，换你写写看，还可以用什么别的方式来写我们这个文章的开头。
Yep, this is what you might write as an introductory sentence for this topic. Taiwanese cuisine is known far and wide for its extensive range of tasty traditional snacks and dishes. So yes, lots of people know about Taiwanese cuisine. It's known all over the world. It's known far and wide because it has this really extensive range, this big range of tasty traditional snacks and dishes. And not only that, but they all have these different kinds of dishes and snacks in different parts of Taiwan. You can get different things in Taipei and Kaohsiung and Taichung and Hualien. Oh, the possibilities just never run out.
哦，刚刚 Roger 老师就提到 in different parts of Taiwan， 这其实就是我们课文范例这个就写到各地区都有不同的自己的那种美味佳肴。好，那我们接着就来看看他课文范例是怎么说的。我们请 Roger 老师帮我们念一下。
And here's the next part. It says, in fact, different regions all have their own culinary delights that attract visitors from around the world who want to taste these incredible flavors. So yes, indeed, I just mentioned there are different areas and regions in Taiwan, and they all have their unique and special culinary delights. And of course, those things attract visitors from all over the place, from around the world, and they want to try. They want to taste these incredible flavors. They've read the travel literature. They've gone online and done some research, and they've seen that Taiwan certainly has a lot to offer in terms of food, and they want to come here desperately.
好，那这边课文范例他写到说，事实上啊，不同地区都有自己的美味佳肴，吸引着来自世界各地想品尝这些出色风味的游客。好，我们要表达说，不同地区都有自己的美味佳肴，其实还可以用到一个动词叫做 boast，B-O-A-S-T， 它可以表达说以拥有什么而自豪，拥有什么值得夸耀的事物。所以你也可以说 different regions all boast their own culinary delights 或是点点点之类的。好，那我们用到 boast 去表达说拥有什么这样子。好，那我们来看看，换你写写看，你也可以怎么表达这样的句子，不同地区有不同的特色食物。
And here's what you might write. Indeed, the different parts of Taiwan all boast local favorites that have earned the praise of foodies from around the world. And of course, a foodie is somebody who enjoys food and they know a lot about it and they want to try different kinds of food all over the world. And of course, they want to come here to Taiwan to check out the things here.
哦，那我们补充一下 food 后面加上 ie 变成 foodie， 它是口语的用法，就可以指美食家，或者是像我们说的懂吃的人，吃货的那种意思。好，那我们现在要进入写作的第二段练习咯。第二段我们就要说明你会推荐什么食物给外国友人，然后还要介绍这些食物的特色，还有你选择的原因。那我们就先来看看课文范例它怎么写。
Okay, here's the second part. If I were given the opportunity to introduce just 2 Taiwanese snacks to my foreign friends, I would choose stinky tofu and pineapple cake. If I were writing this, though, I wouldn't choose stinky tofu. That's me personally. But hey, pineapple cake is actually very, very tasty. And there are some specialty stores that sell pineapple cake and cranberry cake and things like that. So yes, if I had the chance or the opportunity to introduce 2 Taiwanese snacks to some of my foreign friends, these are the 2 that I would choose.
好，课文范例写到说，如果我有机会向我的外国朋友介绍2道台湾小吃，我会选择臭豆腐和凤梨酥。好，那这边先补充一下，它是用 If I were given the opportunity to introduce 点点点 I would 点点点，所以它用 If I were 还有 I would 这样的搭配，它其实是用 if 去引导与现在事实相反的假设句型，去假设这个情况说，如果我有这个机会可以介绍，我会怎么样怎么样。好，那我们再补充一下，我们可以用 introduce A to B 去表达把 A 介绍给 B 认识。还有呢，像我们前面不是都会讲到像 snacks 或者是 dishes 这些词吗？如果你不太想要一直用这些字词啊，你也可以用到课文范例前面有提到这个 culinary delights， 或者是你也可以用 delicious delights、tasty delights， 都可以用来指美食。这个 delight 就可以表达令人满足愉悦的事物咯。好，那现在换你写写看，也许你可以讲蒸奶啊，或者是牛肉面之类的。我们请 Roger 老师告诉我们，换你写写看，也许可以怎么说。
Yep, here's what you might write. If I could introduce only a couple of Taiwan's delicious delights to my foreign friends, I think I'd have them try bubble tea and beef noodle soup. Indeed, those are very, very tasty, although I wouldn't have too much of the first one there. Bubble tea can be very sweet, and it could cause you to gain a lot of weight.
没错，我自己也很少喝真奶。我们来看看，我们现在说明完要推荐什么食物给外国友人之后，我们要介绍这些食物的特色啊，然后还有选择的原因。像课文范例他选的臭豆腐和凤梨酥，我们来看看他怎么描述臭豆腐的。
Okay, well, here it describes stinky tofu. It's one of my favorite street foods. It might put off some foreign visitors in the beginning due to its strong smell. However, its delicious combination of crispy and soft textures and the tangy pickled cabbage it's typically served with make it well worth a try. So maybe this is going to change my mind here about stinky tofu. In this particular case, it might be your favorite kind of street food, but it might put off some foreign visitors. If you put someone off, you just give them a negative impression of something, you make them feel uncomfortable. But yes, indeed, they might be put off by the strong smell. Ooh, what's that? How can you eat that stuff? But still, however, It has a delicious combination of crispy and soft textures, that much is certain, and also it's often served with tangy pickled cabbage, which I actually like. Of course, pickled cabbage means it's been treated in vinegar or a brine for a while, and so it has this kind of sweet and salty and sour texture to it.
Spicy,
a little bit spicy, indeed. So I do like that kind of cabbage, but I don't like to have it with the tofu, but, that's up to the individual.
Right. 好，这篇课文范例写到说，臭豆腐是我最喜欢的街头小吃之一。那由于它强烈的味道，可能会让一些外国游客一开始却步，但是它那种酥脆软嫩口感的美味组合啊，通常搭配浓烈气味的泡菜一起享用，非常值得一试。好，所以其实这边就是在考验我们描述食物的能力哦。像它用 crispy and soft textures 来表达说酥脆软嫩的口感，还有用 tangy 去形容说是味道强烈的。好，那现在如果要换我们去描述刚刚提到的牛肉面，也许你就可以讲到它的肉质啊、面条的口感啊、它的汤头等等。像我们可以用 tender 去描述这个肉很嫩，或者是这个面条，我们台湾的牛肉面常常是比较粗的、比较有嚼劲的，也许你可以用 thick and chewy 之类的。那么汤头会用到 broth 这个字 B-R-O-T-H， 你也可以用 rich 或是 flavorful 去描述它的汤头很浓郁。好，那我们就来看看，换你写写看，我们来描述牛肉面可以怎么说。
Here's what you might say if you want to describe beef noodles. Beef noodle soup combines tender beef, thick wheat noodles, and a rich and flavorful broth made with herbs and spices, typically served with pickled mustard greens and chili oil, which add a tangy and spicy kick. It may be the iconic Taiwanese dish. Yes, indeed, it does have some unique herbs and spices. Some people say herbs and spices. They're both correct. And yes, indeed, they are often served with pickled mustard greens, which are very tasty. And you can also add some chili oil to it. They will give it a tangy and spicy kick, a little extra flavor there. And indeed, it might be the most famous dish in Taiwan, the iconic Taiwanese dish.
好，那我们接着要来看看，就是课文范例，他刚刚不是有提到凤梨酥吗？接着就是要描述凤梨酥要怎么把它介绍给外国友人。那也许你就会提到它那种酥皮啊，还有里面的馅料之类的。那我们就来看看课文范例怎么说。
Meanwhile, pineapple cake is a must-try dessert that I'd absolutely recommend. This tasty treat consists of a buttery crust and a sweet filling that appeals to almost everyone's taste buds. Indeed, pineapple cake is quite tasty because it has that crust on the outside, it has a buttery flavor, and then it has that sweet filling, which is made from pineapples, and indeed, most people will enjoy this very much.
好，那现在换你写写看，我们在描述珍奶的时候可以怎么说呢？也许你可以提到它的知名度，也许你可以提到珍珠的口感，或者是说像我们在喝珍奶的时候都可以客制化你要的糖度啊，它的冰块多少之类的。好，那我们来看看，换你写写看可以怎么描述珍奶。
Here's what you might say. And when it comes to drinks, if we're talking about drinks, there's probably none that's achieved greater global popularity than bubble tea, the classic version of which consists of milk tea filled with chewy tapioca balls. Indeed, this is a very well-known drink all over the world. Bubble tea from Taiwan, although I would say oolong tea is the best drink in Taiwan.
哦，乌龙茶。好，那我们来看看最后我们要写文章的结论了。那这时候就要重申，希望外国友人能够体验台湾美食的多元和美味。那我们就来看看课文范例它怎么说。
By experiencing these yummy snacks, I believe that not only will my foreign friends gain a better understanding of the diversity and distinctiveness of Taiwanese cuisine, but they will also come to love the food that I am proud of.
好，这边他说啊，透过享用这些美味小吃，我相信外国友人不仅能够更了解这个台湾美食的多样性和独特性，也会渐渐爱上这些我引以为傲、我非常骄傲的这些美食。那或是换我们写写看，你也可以说，我想把这些美味小吃介绍给外国朋友，这样他们就能体验到台湾美食的魅力之类的这样的结尾。好，那我们就来看看，换你写写看，还可以怎么做结尾。
Here's what you might write. I'd love to introduce these tasty treats to my foreign friends so that they could get just a small sampling of what makes Taiwan's cuisine so fantastic and hopefully be encouraged to try even more of Taiwan's incredible offerings. So these are just a sample of the things you can introduce to your foreign friends, and once they try them, they'll want to try everything.
Okay, so now let's going to move on to our part 2 to read the whole article.
right, so here's our example essay, My Favorite Taiwanese Foods. And yes, indeed, Taiwan is famous for its unique cuisine, its special food, which features a wide variety of delicious snacks and traditional dishes. Of course, bubble tea and beef noodles are particularly famous. They're especially famous, but we have much more to offer to anyone who loves good food. Indeed, those are just two examples of all the great kinds of food you can try here. In fact, different regions all have their own culinary delights. They have their own cuisine that are delightful, that are tasty, that will make you really happy when you eat them, and they attract visitors from around the world who want to taste these incredible flavors. Yes, indeed, they've all booked their flight tickets to come to Taiwan just to try the food.
好，我们看到这边有个单字是 cuisine， 它可以指向可能一国或是某个地区的特色菜肴，它也可以指烹调法，那还可以指可能像是比较精致或是高级的菜肴。然后我们还有用到一个跟烹调、烹饪有关的形容词，叫做 culinary， 它就是形容是烹饪的。好，那我们接下来看下一个段落。
Okay, the essay goes on to say, if I were given the opportunity to introduce just 2 Taiwanese snacks to my foreign friends, I would choose stinky tofu and pineapple cake. Indeed, that's if this particular person were given that opportunity. This is what he or she would recommend. Stinky tofu, one of my favorite street foods, might put off some foreign visitors. It might seem strange to them in the beginning because of its strong smell. But, however, its delicious combination of crispy and soft textures and the tangy pickled cabbage it's typically served with make it well worth a try. Indeed, it will smell kind of weird at first, but it has this great combination or mixture of being crispy and soft at the same time. Those are its textures. And it also has that tangy, kind of sweet and spicy and sour pickled cabbage, which it's usually served with. So it will be well worth trying.
好，这边补充一下 put somebody off 就可以去表达使某人反感厌恶啊，或者是让某人打消念头，让某人不喜欢什么，你就可以用 put somebody off 或者是 put somebody off 再加上不喜欢的事物，或者是 put somebody off 加上动词 ing。 另外 put off 它还有这种延后拖延的意思，就类似 postpone， 那你就可以用 put something off or put off something。 另外补充一下，这个 pickled cabbage 就是指泡菜，那 pickled 就是表达说可能是用醋去腌啊腌制的。那同学们可能会想到，不是有一个字 kimchi 也可以指泡菜吗？但它可能通常是指韩国泡菜，跟我们台式做的泡菜不太一样。
Exactly. They're a little different, but I love them both. So that's one thing we might introduce, the stinky tofu. Meanwhile, pineapple cake is a must-try dessert that I'd absolutely recommend. Indeed, it is quite tasty. It's a must-try dessert. It's something you must have, otherwise your trip to Taiwan will have been wasted. And you would recommend that. You think that they would like it because you know about it. And this tasty treat consists of a buttery crust and a sweet filling that appeals to almost everyone's taste buds. So those are some of the characteristics of pineapple cake. It's got that buttery crust, the outside that tastes kind of like butter. And, of course, the filling or the things inside of it are sweet. And, of course, they have the flavor of pineapple, so they appeal to almost everyone's taste buds. Most people will like the taste of that, although some people may not like pineapples. By enjoying these yummy snacks, I believe that not only will my foreign friends gain a better understanding of the diversity and distinctiveness of Taiwanese cuisine, but they will also come to love the food that I am proud of. So that's the way our article here ends up the story, how it winds it up. If you enjoy these yummy, tasty snacks, then I believe that those foreign friends will have a better understanding of the diversity and distinctiveness of the food here in Taiwan. Diversity just means how many different sorts of characteristics it has. It has all sorts of different choices. And it's also distinctive, which means it's unique and special. You won't be able to find these kinds of food in other parts of the world. And because of that, yes, indeed, they will come to love the food. They will love the food eventually, and they'll want to try more.
好，那这边补充几个小重点，就是像 must try， 它可以表达绝对要尝试、必试的东西或是食物。那这边是把它摆在另外一个名词的前面来做修饰，但我们也可以用 a must try 去表达它是一个必尝试的东西，或者像我们说 must see 必看的事物 ，must eat 必吃的食物这样子。好，这篇文章还有用到 appeal to almost everyone's taste buds。这个 taste buds 就是指味蕾，那么 appeal to 就是吸引的那种意思。再来，他最后有提到这个 diversity 或者是 diversity and distinctiveness。这个 diversity 就是指多样化或是多元性，然后 distinctiveness 这个名词则是指它的与众不同、独特性。
Okay, that brings us to the end of this month's topic writing lesson. And indeed, if you want to write about all the food in Taiwan, you'll never stop writing. You could write literally millions of pages regarding the tasty food here in Taiwan. From all of us here at All+ Interactive English, I'm Roger.
And I'm Penny.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.